Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a great evening. And I'm Linda Cromar. I'm your trainer for tonight. We're talking Got Backup. So make sure you ask any question you have about it. If I can answer it, we're going to be set. And if I'm not able to answer it, I will let you know and we'll find out what we can do about it. But how's everybody doing? Can you hear me and see me okay? And there's about a 10 to 15-second delay between where I'm doing my broadcast and where I'm watching the video on my second screen. And I'm doing that on purpose so I can also see the chat. So, how's everybody doing tonight? We're going to answer that, Josephine. I'm pretty sure we're going to get all of that answered. Uh, I think we're just going to get started right off the bat. We're going to go ahead and add uh, my screen up here so we can talk. Let's get right into it. I'm going to go over to the Got Backup and let's see if you can see that. I'm just giving it a few seconds to show up. You can see that Got Backup screen. Okay. All right. So we're in the Got Backup screen. Now, if you only have Got Backup, it's going to look like this. You might have other products, and if that's the case, you're going to see a different screen, but it's all going to be pretty much the same thing. All of our programs can be reached by getting over here to where it says Digital Tools, and then clicking and use the tool. So that opens us up. Oh, I've been logged out, so we'll get back in. And first screen that comes up is this right here. This is actually how you get to your cloud. But the first thing you need to make sure you do when you're brand new is to download your app. And as you can see, I've got two possible choices here. I've got Windows or Mac. I have a Windows machine, so of course I would download Windows. I'm going to actually download it so you can see what it looks like. Only takes a few seconds for it to come up. And then once we do that, we want to get to, I'm going to come up here and look at the download folder. And you're going to see an actual zipped file like what I've got right here. Make sure and unzip it, because if you don't unzip it and you try to just open it, it won't work, okay? So make sure you unzip it. Then if we click again, we're going to see a folder that has the actual exec file inside. And you go ahead and open that, go ahead and start it, and go ahead and install it, okay? Now, I actually installed it on a different drive, not my C drive. If you do have more than one drive, you can actually do that. And that's what I wanted to share with you about that. I'm going to actually show you the next thing that usually happens. It opens up your actual program, but I'm going to actually bring it up from my tray, okay? When you get in here, your tray is going to either look like it's blue with little arrows, that means it's in the middle of a sink, or it'll have a green check mark. Either way, that's the icon for Got Backup, okay? Sometimes it looks like a little keyhole, but in most cases, that's what it's going to look like. And you want to right click this. Hello, letting me open. Okay, it's not letting me open for some reason. Okay, well, it's not going to let me get it. Oh, here it is. Okay, here is my actual sink going on right here. And the way I created that, I'm not going to create a new one, but I'm going to show you how you would go about doing it. That would be, you have to create a folder. Why is it not letting me get down there? Let's close this. I got it all froze up. Okay, so well, we're gonna just forget that for a few minutes. Here we go. And let's look at it. So it's got a problem, something going on. It's trying to put all my programs in here, which is not what I intended. But what you can actually do is there's a folder down here at the bottom, and on the bottom it gives you the opportunity to put anything in there that you want to put in there. We do not yet have our phone app. It is in the process of being built. It will be coming shortly. As soon as it does, I promise you it's going to be announced. It could be as early as a week and it could be as late as 2 or 3 weeks from now because they're probably in the process of troubleshooting it, making sure it's working. Because here's something I want to tell you about our company, and that is that our company is very conscientious about making sure things work before they get it out to the masses. And I really appreciate that actually. But here's another cool thing you can actually do if you don't have it synced or if you have a different plan. In some cases, people don't have a lot of space on their hard drive, right? Some of you don't. You've got little laptops that have real small hard drives. You can actually auto log in to your back office inside the cloud, and you can actually build your whole list of whatever it is you want in here. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is our dummy account right now, but I'm going to actually bring you into my personal account so you can see what I've been doing. But this is how it looks inside. And if you want to create anything new, you simply just you can actually add a file. Did you know you could do that right inside? I don't know of any other backup service actually that lets us do that, but we can actually do that inside this system. And the way you would go about it in my way that I like to do it is you could create a new folder. I'm going to just say this is extra pictures. I'm going to create a new folder. And here's that folder right here. Right here. Now, I can see, of course, it's empty. It doesn't have anything in it yet. But all you would do to add to that is click that plus sign again. And this time, come on down here to where it says upload file. And here's the cool thing, you don't have to do it one at a time. This is coming in by default to my download folder because that's where I was last. So say I wanted to put all of these in there. Look how fast that loads. It's really fun. I've actually been building a lot of my stuff just from doing it manually. And then, of course, it's all here. You don't actually have to have it on your hard drive or on your phone if you don't want to. In some cases, you might be running out of space like I was. Now I'm looking for questions. You need to ask me any particular questions. If you need answers for those questions, that is going to be the best way. How does a new person start out using our product? Okay, we're going to get into that. So let's come on back to the hard drive, the area where Got Backup is. Now I want you to notice if I click Got Backup, link here again, you might notice there's some other things in here, not just the use the tool. If we click the reseller link over here, it's going to bring us to a place where we can get our link, where we can get information, and we can even get some what they call, oh, you went to the wrong place. Okay, we want to go to reseller tools, not to that part. Here we go. Now we're in the reseller part. And the first thing that comes up, of course, is promo links. And your promo links are actually going to be cookied to you. In other words, it's already going to have your personal name on it. And I noticed that whoever's been using this account just changed this to John Adams instead of GB Tools. which is good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on this first really cool page that I like. And did you notice that you can create a tracker? You can make it a tracker link. So if you're doing any kind of paid advertising, that's a really good idea. But you'll notice here is your link right here. Of course, it's going to have your personal username over here. So this part here is not going to be the same for you as it is on this account right here. Now, if I wanted to create a tracking link, all I'd have to do is click that button saying I want to add a tracker link. And let's say this is going to go out to a paid advertising for some clicks I paid for. So let's say that those clicks are 5 to 23. That's the date that I purchased it. Well, now it's going to have that on the end of my link. So let's go down and see what happens to that link now. See what happened to the link? It changed. This part got added right here. And so you would actually be able to copy and open that link. So here's that link that I just created. So now I can use that. And I really recommend for most people that don't usually have a lot of experience with selling the product, that the very best way to get started is to use a paid advertising thing like Clicks. We have lots of those available. If you have problems with your back office and can't get into that, that is going to be a support issue. I suggest that you get a hold of that's support at gotbackup.com. That's what you'd probably use, I'm pretty sure. And that's what you'd do, or nowlifestyle.com. Okay. Yeah, I don't think you can use the Facebook link in all of the different accounts. What you might do, Bob, is go over to support and ask them if they can disconnect it from BitUber if you wanted to put it in Got Backup. But otherwise, I'm not real sure whether you can do it in both. But I think they need to work on that. That would be good. I'm looking at the chat to see if there's anybody asking questions that I need to answer. Okay, so while we're at it, when we're in here where it shows all the stuff, I want you to notice also that we've got banners. These are all different sizes based on, places where you might share them. Like this is a really good size for the side of the blog, these two right here. And so it's right here, square one even fits nicer a lot of the time. Now this long kind of narrow one, I'm not sure where that would go, but I'll tell you, there's all kinds of shapes and sizes here. So you have a lot of choices. This would be really good on the bottom of a blog post right here. So there's all kinds of shapes and sizes in here. Then I want you to notice the next thing over here is called ad copy. And ad copy is really cool. I actually used one of these today because I had a brand new enrollee that paid, brand new person that paid today. And so I used this one in here and changed it a little bit. Of course, changed it to that we're actually, I'm their sponsor and they are already in my group. And I said that I want them to go ahead and reply back to me so that I can help them get started correctly. Any questions? Make sure and get them in here. How do you get your URL and banner? I just explained that, but I'll do that one more time. Pay close attention, Virgil. When you go to the link here that says promo links, you'll see that we've got a couple of different choices here. These two top ones are the best ones. This is pretty much for customers, or this is the sales page. This is where it goes from here to here. And then the way you get your link is you have to click on one of these images, okay? So click on the image, and you notice the page changed, right? And then if you click on down here, you'll see that here's now the link with the username on it, and that is how you get your link. You can use the copy button here, or you can use the create a tracking link here. I showed you how to do that just now, and that helps you get your link out to other people. It is easy, Sharon, and it saves some money because there's a lot of software out there that they charge you for making tracking links, and we don't charge you extra for that. You get the opportunity to use that right here, and it does show up when you start using the page. It will show up. So let's go back into our reseller. There's one more tab we didn't look at, and that one is the social media banners. Now, I do actually recommend you don't go crazy putting these all over Facebook and everywhere else all day long because you can overdo that. Use it sparingly, okay? Is there a way of adding more space back up to the 16? Yes, indeed. You can actually contact support and ask them if you can buy an additional 20 space. That will cost you $100 one time. I did that myself. I actually increased mine to 7. That's I haven't even used one tea, but yeah, I did do that. I paid for an extra tea. Does that work from the banners also? What work from the banners? Oh, the banners already are set up. Let's go back to the banners with your link. Let me come back here and show you how that works. So if I chose to use this first one, I would click this. It copies it to the clipboard. And then I'm going to open up, I actually want a new notepad. And I'm going to pull it over here so you can see me. I'm going to actually paste that. And this is what came up from there. It's all set up. Here's our whole piece of script that I just copied right here. It shows the picture. This is the banner script. And it's all set up to be create. It doesn't actually show the person's name in here. I'm not sure why. Type text job language. Yeah, I don't see the whole thing there. I'm not sure why. Let me look at that again. Let me look at another one. Yeah, it doesn't actually have the link in it. That's weird. I'll have to ask about that. The best way is about getting clicks. From where one of the things we recommend actually, and I think, let me see, if I come back here to our got backup, it's not in here. That's interesting. Usually there's a little tab up here, second um, source of income. Does anyone see that in their own back office? It's usually a white button right here. So let me actually bring in my own. I have mine open. So let me go over lifestyle folders. Do you see this button right here up on top? This white button that says income stream number 2. Okay, if you don't have it, you can ask support. It's supposed to be there. I think they're supposed to be. It might be that some of the newer accounts are not showing it yet. But this is what we generally are using is called Traffic Authority. We have partnered with them. They're even set up to kind of flow um, a new lead list into our account. So check and see with support if they're planning on adding that to people that just have to back up. So yeah, the clipboard, the only reason why I was using the notepad, Sharon, was to show you what comes up when you load it, but I didn't see the username in there. Not sure why. I'll have to ask. But you can always put it in there, actually. If I were building if I were working on my blog, I would actually put it in there myself. Sometimes I build my own page, and it's really not hard. Okay, so I'll have to ask about that, you guys, if you don't have it in here. Okay, but here's something else I'm going to do. I'm going to show you my phone got back up. I'm going to go in there. Here's the tool. You have two ways you can work with your files. You can work right up into the internet cloud itself, or you can just, if you only have a small amount of stuff and things don't change big time, then yeah, set up a sync and you don't have to do anything. You can just let it do its thing. But here's my personal cloud, and it's, wait for it, it's big. I have lots of stuff in here. For instance, I had a hard drive failure recently, and luckily I had really quickly jumped up and put all my stuff in here, and because I did that, I didn't lose anything. And that's really important. That's really what the name of the game is, isn't it? If you want to make sure and protect what's important to you. And if you tell your own story of how it's protecting your stuff, yes, the family plan is $9.95 a month, and that gives you 6 users. That means you and 5 other people. Pretty cool, huh? And that's 16 space, yes. That's it. So what I think I would do is do a little bit of asking around on the clicks right now until you can get an account with Traffic Authority now if you want to. I have a few other things I do. I don't do a lot of pushy stuff on Facebook anymore. I used to, but I just kind of got burned out, tired of it, and I didn't want to spend all day doing it. And so I do a lot of paid advertising, and I email people every day, and that's how I get people involved with what I'm doing, and it works. Takes a little bit of patience. Nothing is instant, okay? Make sure you understand that. Just making sure I got all of the questions. If there are any new questions, please write them in the chat. I don't see any new ones. I'll just give you a few minutes. But anyway, I wanted to show you something that's really cool. If I can get to it. We've got a lot of things up, sorry. I have another copy of my own stuff right here, and you can see I've got it kind of narrowed down so you can see my cloud and my actual folder with the pictures that I had. And just over the weekend, I was working on some new folders. I was in some quartets and choruses over a 25-year span of time. And so I wanted to make sure I'm preserving that, and this is one of them. One of the pictures, one of the groups of pictures. And I was spending time working on making sure that they were in here. And as you can see, here's that folder, that picture. Budget to advertise. Yes, I understand. You have to start out small, of course, if you don't have a lot of budget. It depends on what you're available to do. But free is not necessarily free. If you don't have a budget for advertising, then working on the Facebook, blasting people with messages, I promise you, does not work. So you have to find a solution that's better. Co-ops are good. In fact, I know that Joel's working on a possibility of co-ops pretty quickly. So watch for the emails. I don't think it'll be very long before that'll be available. And whenever you can get involved with one of Joel's co-ops, you will get sales. And they're pretty cool. So watch for those. In the meantime, um, I know there's good and bad clicks out there. Just look around for people that are honest, and then there's all sorts of budgets on how much you have to spend. Some people don't have $200 or $300 a month right off the bat, and I understand that. I was there. I understand how that feels. But I'm going to go ahead and click on the folder that corresponds with that one. And here's that exact same folder on my cloud right here. Now, if I had some reason why I needed to clear some space on my hard drive and I didn't want to keep these on my hard drive anymore, I could actually delete these. I'm not going to because I worked hard, but I could do that if I wanted to and have them just up here. These are not syncing, these are actually manually uploaded. And I'm going to actually show you how I would do that, okay? So what I would do if I wanted to put a new folder in here, I'm going to actually make this have a code so that I can find it easy. And it will make a folder that I can put these in. And there it is. Where is it? Let's close it. Where did it go? Way down there. I lost my folder. I thought it would be at the top. Oh well. Anyway, if I was going to do that, I would simply open that up. 21 leads so far. That's awesome. Doing good. Just keep it up. And you want to make sure you're emailing to them. Okay, that's something we got to talk about. Let me get back into that. Got back up. I want you to notice something when we get in here. If we look at the tools, I want you to notice there's one more tab in here we didn't pay attention to until now, and it's called the Lead Capture System. This is where you're going to find those leads that you're getting. This is a dummy account, of course, so it has a small amount of leads. It's not going to look like somebody that's building a big list. But this is where your leads are. And here's something cool. You have an email system. You didn't pay extra for this. This is part of the system, which is really cool. So you can actually email them. And the way you would do that is go ahead and send them a broadcast, actually. And you notice you got several different leads lists in here because they're adding new lists because new things are always available. So you just click everything over. You don't have to do several different emails. There's lots of resources out there. Be careful not to be promoting, though, in the webinar, okay? Anyway, some people are really good at safe lists. That's a very low cost thing you can do. You can actually pay to send emails, or you can just be willing to do a little bit of clicking in those safe lists to build up points that let you do an email every week at least, if not every day. And that's one of the things you can definitely do. I've done those. They're not fun, but it is one of the ways that you can create an ability to create new leads. And the main thing is consistent and constant as much as possible. But here you might notice we actually have, yes, you can. You can build a list, Angela. That's one of the things we promote with just about all of our products. And you might notice there's templates in here that's pretty cool. And I'm going to click all so you can see all the different ones. And these are really, really cool. It actually has them set up. There's some that are specifically for Got Backup. Let's see what comes up with Got Backup. Let's use this one. So then when you come down here, you'll see that it's got some of the stuff in place already. Yeah, there's hundreds of maybe thousands of safe lists. So it's already set up. It's got the subscriber's name and it's got some other things in here. And you need to do a slight little bit of editing to make this yours. Make sure this has your username on it, for instance. And make sure these Facebook and YouTube or whatever goes to your own account, which means you would actually click this and come up here to the top and you see this little chain up here. Make sure and click that. And then you would put your own username in here. Now, Joel's already put his in here, but you'd change this to your Facebook username and make sure it goes to a new window. And I would put Facebook, if you were doing it for yourself, you would put Linda's Facebook so they know what it is. I'm going to actually go grab my Facebook for you so you can see how it looks when we do that. This is my Facebook link right up here. So that link would be right here, right? And you don't have to have any anchors. Just make this a new window and then say OK. So now when this email goes out and somebody clicks on this little icon down here, they're actually going to go to your own profile. Yes, click ads are not real easy, but there's nothing that doesn't take a little bit of a learning curve. Let's understand that, okay? There's no instant anything. Everything takes some work. If you want to spend time with conversations on Facebook, that takes work. If you want to spend some time in, if you want to spend some time in Safeless, that takes some time. Robert, I don't think we have a rotator at this time, no. But you could certainly be involved with one with other people if you ask around. I know that they're going to do an ad buy pretty soon. I think they're working on making sure that we are getting the best return for the advertising they're doing before they start offering it to the big masses, okay? They want to make sure you're getting the best you can get. Do I have any pre-roll? What's that? Okay. Anyway, this is a pretty cool thing. Now, one major thing to do when you see one of these emails, if you decide to do one of these templates, is to make sure that you put a few in personal stuff in here. Like, for instance, isn't just what you do. Say Linda and Promar, and then maybe put a picture in here. And the way you get a picture in there is you come up here and you click this little icon that shows the picture, and you can go down then into your computer and find a picture to put in there. Like maybe I'll put this one in there. And this one's not real big, but maybe I want to have this be a little bit smaller. I'll go ahead and make it 300 by 300. So now it's got a picture in here of me. So now I've personalized this a little bit. Very important to do. Pre-bowl ad campaigns. Okay, I know nothing about that. Nothing. Maybe you can ask around. Other people might have that information. I do not. But anyway, there you go. You'd have an email set to go. Make sure you have, make sure you have a subject line. And that's going to be up to you to create one. One of the things that works really good for subject lines is curiosity. Like you could say, what the heck is dot backup? Okay, so now I'm using a little bit of weird language there, so somebody's going to say, I wonder what they're talking about. I want to find that out. Thank you. I appreciate that, Sharon. So now I've got this all created. Didn't do a lot of work to make it fixed. And all you got to do to complete this is click this add button, and it's going to actually complete, and it's going to scroll back and show you, and we've done a few of them in here. As you can see, people have done one. The last step, and don't forget this one, if you see this plus up here under the action button, make sure you click that. That puts you in the queue. Now, I'm not going to do that for this, but this is what you do to create a little email. And it's not that hard to do, and everybody can do that. And another cool thing is you can actually reuse the same template once you've created it, not have to keep on making it all over and over and over again. Yes, we have some wonderful images in the back office. Let's go back to, got back up again, and let's go look at our reseller tools again. And we did look at the social media banners. I think there's also videos on this tab now. Yeah, there is. So when you look in here, you're also going to see, you're going to see several images you can use, and you just have to hit the download if you want it and use that. Or we can look at the videos. There's some pretty cool ones in here that might be kind of fun. And they actually have a link that you can download, or you can download and upload yourself. Whatever you want to do, you can use this link right here to use it. But it's not going to take them to anywhere. They're just going to use, they're just going to see the video. They're not going to see your link. So you choose how you want to handle it. But what you want to actually do is create some curiosity. Very important to create curiosity, okay? In other words, don't give them everything. I almost never put up a link on Facebook. I make them ask for it, because then when they ask for it, guess what they've just told me they are? They told me that they're more a better prospect than somebody that maybe I pushed a link on, which I don't do. So think about that. Anytime you put something up and you want to create curiosity, it's better to make it make it interesting, but don't tell them every bit of the information. No, Garen, everybody's account point when you create another person in here. I'm going to go back up, use the tool. They will not have any of your information or any of your space. It will decide how much space each person has by what they use. In my case, I'm probably going to use the lion's share of that space. And I'm going to give them, I'm only going to give 2 other accounts out, my son and my daughter-in-law. You don't have to use all 6 unless you want to. That's entirely up to you. But it's available to do that if you want to. And let's face it, I don't really think a lot of people are going to use the whole 1T of space. If you really looked at what I was sharing just now with my personal account, I want you to notice something over here. I've got a huge amount of stuff already uploaded, and yet I still have not used up a whole 1T myself. That is a lot of space. So it's not anything to be real worried about as far as how much space people are going to use. If somebody is hogging the space, then maybe you need to actually get them to buy their own account. If they're going to be real heavy on it, they need to actually buy their own account. But that's not likely to be the case for most people. Like I said, I've got a huge music collection. Let me show you some things I have in here. I have a huge music collection right here, all uploaded. That's only part of it. Then I have another one called this, and this is, let me put it back in list form. Each one of these tabs represents a whole section of a great big amount of music. Okay. And if I can have all of my music collection, all of my life and pictures, and lots of video and music from my family over the years, all of my Sweet Adeline stuff, and there's video and music, and I still haven't used up 1T. What's that tell you? That 1T is a lot of space. It's not going to be automatically separated by T's. It's going to be separated by usage, okay? I'm probably going to use up more than 1T when I get done with my stuff, and I don't think my son is going to use 1T. The main thing he has is a few pictures on his iPhone. He doesn't put a whole lot of stuff on Facebook. I don't think he has a lot of stuff on YouTube. So it just is going to depend on different individuals, and there's some people are going to use more space than others. It's not a big deal though, whether somebody goes over a T and somebody stays under a T, it's all going to equal out. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? It's not separated by 1T automatically, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. I will automatically go over 1T for my personal use, and then the others that are involved that you choose to invite may or may not use 1T. And their personal usage is going to be. Okay? That's what it's going to depend on. It's going to show a gauge, like what you can see over here on each of them. They're going to see one, it might actually see so much of 1T, or it may not. But it's not going to show that they have the whole amount of your 16 available to them. Okay? Probably is, but it just depends. And like I said, if they're going to be a space hog, maybe they need to have their own account. But I don't think there's a lot of people that are going to do that, because if you base it on how much space I have used on my own usage here, and I haven't even used 1T yet. So the great questions, though. I appreciate that. It really helps everybody else when you ask questions, because then they probably are thinking the same thing. And okay, I'm looking to see if there's any new questions I might have missed. Okay, anybody got any new questions? We've been running just a little past 30 minutes at this point. Looks like you guys got it covered, right? Y'all know how to get going now, or is there something that you still are a little confused about? I don't see any new questions. I just know that this is pretty easy to promote. It's pretty easy to use. How many accounts can you have? There's a total of 6 accounts. The first one's yours, Robert. So you can share up to 5 accounts in the family account. Now, I don't know why there is not a second income stream on everybody's. It might be they're in the process of fixing it or doing something with it. Joseph Wayne, you earn money when you refer this to someone and they buy it. That's how you earn money. Okay? Pretty simple. I showed you where your links are. I gave you some ideas on how you could start promoting. Looks like we got things covered pretty good. What's the second income again? It's called traffic reporting. And I don't know why it's not in your back office. We'll have to find out. I'll ask Joel. He'll probably know. Maybe they're in the process of doing something different, but we'll have to wait and see. Robert, I don't know whether it actually lets you chop it up any way you want. That's a good question, though. I haven't yet added another person into the account. Let's just play with this for a minute. Let me go ahead and go into mine. That I'm going to add my son, okay? Because he's going to be added anyway. Okay, I'm going to give it a login of Lenny Morgan. And I'm going to use a family back. Whoops, what happened? Ah, I lost it. Okay, let's start that again. I'm going to give him a different password and login than what you have. Very important. It has to be a different login than what you have. Okay. And then you need to use their email. Oh, okay, I just added my son. It's as simple as that. Yeah, I don't think you get to limit it. I think it's going to be based on how much. I don't want that password in here. No, thank you. So now I have a new user, and you might notice what's happening here. It does not show that he has a T or any other T. It just shows what the limit is. You see what I'm sharing here? It shows he has 0 bytes used, and he has up to 6.8, which is my entire amount. He's not going to use that much, so I promise you, because he just has a very small, he just has his iPhone. So I'm actually adding him. I'm giving him all the information. He got an email because I put his email in there, and he will have a separate login that will show nothing on here but his own stuff. Okay, it will not show my stuff. So this is how it's going to look. When he gets in there, he's going to only see that he can have some space. He's not going to use up 6.8 terabytes by himself. I promise you that. There will be a phone app. It is on the way. I know they're working on it. I don't know when it'll be available. It'll be within probably a month, maybe earlier. I don't know exact timing yet. I promise you, though, the very moment that it's available, people are going to find out because we're going to probably get a webinar from Joel telling us it's available and we can get it and go download it. In fact, it's probably going to show up in this space right here where you see the apps. I wouldn't be at all surprised if it has a link down underneath here that's going to have the phone app on it. And it'll take you to either your Google Play or your iPhone Apple Store, and you'll probably have to download it that way. But at this point, we do not have one. It will be soon. I know that. I'm very anxious to get it myself. You got a post that tells what this does but didn't name it. I will see if I can message him. Yeah, that is in your, I don't know where it is. It's supposed to be in our back office, but I haven't found it. Let's see if I can find it. All right, I know it's not there. All right, I know it's not there. We don't have a resource tab anymore. They took that out. So I know it's not in here. I'm going to have to find out where it is. I did have the PDF, but I don't have that one tonight. If somebody does have it, I'm willing to share it in the chat. Okay? Does my Payoneer email have to match my got backup email? No, but it's a good idea if it does. If you've already got a Payoneer account, All you're going to have to do in that back off in your where it says to set that up is to let them know you already have an existing account. If you do, you don't have to have two accounts if you have two different products. You can hook them all up into one Payoneer program, which makes it really convenient. Because I have like Viduber and now Lifestyle and got backup and I got a bunch of stuff. And they all get paid into one account, which is really nice. But you don't know, I guess that's true. I don't have the same email in my Payoneer either. So no, you don't have to. Good questions. Appreciate the questions. Anybody else got a question? When to fill the W-9 form? I would do it right away before you get paid. Then you're set, right? It takes them a few days, maybe even a couple of weeks, to get you set up on the pay plan. So don't wait until you've already got money sitting there. Go ahead and do it now. And they do have to have that. It's required by law. So get it done. Good questions. Any more questions? Gregory, do you happen to have the link to that installation guide handy? It's not in our back office. I don't see it. Joseph Wayne, I've told you several times how to earn money. You have to go ahead and promote it. I recommend you use paid leads from click from different people that sell clicks. What I recommend you do. There's also Safeless. There's banners you can put out there on the internet. You can share it in Facebook. There's all sorts of ways. It's all about making a presentation to people, but don't be spammy about it. People don't like that. We need to do the W-9 form if we live in Canada. There's probably some different kind of form you have to fill out. If it shows a W-9 form and they know you're in Canada, then probably yes. If there's a different kind of form that's required in Canada, then no, it'll be already connected to your account because our system is pretty smart about that. Okay, so any other questions? Well, yeah, I mean, we can talk about money here. It's just understand there's only certain ways that you do earn money. And it's really about you get a sale when somebody sees this is something of value that they think they want. And Eddie, and he's in here tonight, was talking about how he talks to people about the loss of valuable memories. Do you think you could put something out on, on Facebook talking about, ooh, I almost lost something of value, and I'm so glad I had that product that we now have that backs up all of our stuff. I didn't lose any of it. I'm so happy I didn't lose my stuff. I think maybe people might be a little bit interested in finding out what you're talking about. There's no real difficulty in this, Janice. It's a matter of taking some action and not being afraid to, because it's going to take some time. You're not going to get it immediately, and it's not going to happen overnight. Okay? You just need to share it with people. How'd you get here, for instance? What brought you into Got Backup? What was it that attracted you to this program? Because that is often the key to how to approach other people. If you think about it, if you go dissect how it was that you got started, what it was that brought you to this program, a lot of the time you can kind of dissect that and use it for yourself. I've been involved for 10 years. You cannot compare yourself if you're just absolutely brand new to me or to any of the other people that are making money at this. It takes time and be patient. Okay. This is not a magic wand, but it is a very easy way to create some income. And I don't know of too many things that are so easy as what we're doing right now here with this. And what's cool is you don't have to try to approach a certain kind of people. Absolutely everybody needs to be backing up their stuff. Really, honest to God. Because your Facebook is not a safe place to keep your stuff. Your iPhone, your iCloud is not a safe place to keep your stuff. Really isn't. Google Photos is not a safe place to keep your stuff. You need to have this system and this program. So when you're sharing with other people, tell your story. You know, people like stories better than anything. These are binary payments for those placed under you, even by someone else. Yes, you get in the binary, that happens once a month, and it happens based on the percentage of the people that are paying into it. It can be high or low depending on that. Okay. And that's a gift. You don't get that as a guarantee. What you do get is your direct income from what you earn. Can you show us where to add a Payoneer account email? Okay. I can do that. I need to get back. Yeah. Okay, you would come in here, see where it says I'm over here where it says John Adams. We want to go down to the edit billing edit account info, and that brings you into the back profile right here. And scroll on down. You might notice that there's a portion that says payment information right here. And then you would actually click this and you would save it and it would take you over. I can't do that because I don't want it to do that tonight, but it would take you over to create a new account in Payoneer. You don't own one. Okay. Once you save this, you need to click this update button and see what happens. So it actually took it out, I think, because this is a fake account, but in your real account, you would have a link that would let you get over to Payoneer, create a personal account. Okay. Sharon, you're getting a webinar link in your emails on a regular basis that already has your username on it. I would suggest you actually go into that email that shows that webinar link and copy it. I'll tell you what it is, but of course it's not going to, mine is in here. If I go down here to here, you can see here's mine right here. So you would need to have your username on the back of it, okay? And that username makes it cookie to you, okay? And even though it comes over here to the YouTube, it cookies to you first. So anybody that actually decides to come to the webinar that you've shared with them, if they decide to buy, and they will get a link afterwards that will share with them some things. They will have the opportunity to buy the program and you get paid. Do we get paid on the month? $9.95 payment? Do we get paid on the month $9.95 payment? Do you get paid or do you get charged that month? Yeah, it's monthly $9.95 for each person. Right. Thank you, Sunny. Um, Josephine, Joseph, I've been as specific as I possibly can be. Does anyone think I've been unclear about how you promote this? Tell me what I haven't said to help you understand how to promote this. The only thing I have said in specifics is please don't spam the link all over Facebook. People will not buy that way. I think that's pretty specific right there. I think you're getting frustrated. You're welcome, Sharon. That's exactly what this is about. I want to make sure you guys understand. Okay, any other questions? Okay, so there's a different form. Sharon says W8 for Canada. I think it will automatically switch to whatever form belongs in there. If you're a Canadian born and you're living in Canada, it's not going to offer you US papers because, of course, that's not going to work, is it? If you have a sale of $49.95, you get 50% of that if it's a direct referral, okay? And you get 25% of the second level, which is a check match, which gives you a total of 75% you can earn. Okay? So it's pretty cool. Let's see, what else do we have here? Is there a $340 plan? I don't know what that is. The $99 would be for the year, and you get the 200% in the first month only. Okay, make sure you understand. Yes, absolutely. Check out the back office. Let's do one more thing here. Okay, need to be back in here. I want you to notice something. I'll go back to the backup folder. Okay. Okay, so it doesn't actually have a video on this page. Okay, the installation guide though, I want you to notice right here, here's where you get it, right here is on this page. Here's the installation right here. And I think every one of you that is still confused, I'm going to put it in the chat, should be looking at that because this is not hard. You're making it harder than it has to be, and it's not hard. Okay, what did Ruth say? Yes, it's global. You know why it's global? Because it's digital. There's no product that has to be shipped to anybody. Everything happens in the cloud and on an individual person's computer or phone. So that makes it possible for people to use it everywhere, anywhere they are. And also, you have access anywhere you are, which is pretty cool when you think about it. Well, you know, if you're say you're in a hotel or someplace like that, and you are not for some reason don't have your laptop right there, you can get on there from your phone right there in the hotel in another city somewhere away from your house. And that's what makes this particularly inviting because you're not stuck in a specific place. You're able to enjoy this and to get it going wherever you are. And I want you to think positive about this. Instead of coming up with a lot of problems, start asking yourself, how can I make this happen? And I have 9 others asking these kinds of questions. Good. You know what I think you need to do, Joseph Wayne? Don't try to answer these questions yourself. I would like you to bring them over to the replay of this video, okay? Or any of the ones that Joe has done, because we've answered your questions more than once, and that is the best way to handle that. Yes, the way you get to find out about how the commissions work, this is really going to be easy. Do you see this tab that says My Business over here? If you come over here, right underneath My Business, there's one that says Compensation Plan. And we've got 2 videos in here that explain it, okay? And they also have a PDF down here you can click and download. So you have all of the information you could possibly want right here at your fingertips. This is not hard. Start thinking that this is not hard. It's easy, it's fun. And who doesn't need it? Everybody needs it. Okay? Don't make this hard. It is not hard. We've made this just as easy as it possibly can be. I don't know what you mean by the phone. Your phone did not answer today in 11 times today. Are you talking to somebody else? I don't know what that means, okay? But if you were calling me, I don't answer people I don't know. Please don't call me. You have watched the videos and you still don't understand? This is really, really spelling it out real easy. You also have a PDF. Let me go get that for you. It explains the whole thing. Download these 2 links I just gave you, Joseph Wayne. Go over them more than once. Take your time because this is not hard stuff, okay? Yes, absolutely, Linda. These two videos on the compensation page explains exactly how this works, okay? And if you don't understand it, if you need to look at it more than once, please do that. There's several videos. There's 2, okay? And I think there's one under the commissions page. Let's look. Yeah, see up here? There's one on the commissions page on how your commissions work and where you can find everything. There's also one on the download page or downline page. See, anytime you see this orange button up here, that means we've got a video in here, okay? So watch these videos. You know what I did? You know what? You want to know the really big secret? I want to see if you answer me. You want to know the really big secret why I'm doing this webinar tonight? Why he asked me to do this webinar? I'm not the top earner. You see, you don't see me at the top of the leaderboard. I have been on the leaderboard, but I'm not at the top all the time. But do you know why he's asking me to be this trainer tonight? Do you know why? Do you know why they're asking me to be the trainer? That's not what I asked Joseph. Let's see if you get it. You guys are getting sidetracked. The reason why Joe asked me to be this trainer for this product is I know the product. Do you know why I know the product? Because I got in there and I clicked around on everything. I messed around with it. I learned it. I learned it. Big time learned it. I know everything that's in the back office. And the reason why I know everything is because I've learned it. That's what you need to do. If you're still confused after this webinar, then you need to get yourself together and get in here and learn your product. This is not a hard product to learn. Yes, Russ, I do know what I'm doing, and I do know why this works. I know how to get people started. And that's the confidence I want to see you guys get. Okay? I want you to have the same confidence. You're not going to get it by going around and telling everybody, I don't get it, I'm confused. Get in the back office and learn this. That's good, Linda. I'm glad you're new. Get in there and learn it. Get in there and mess around. Get in there and watch the videos, and then go get some of the links. Go get some of the things and start sharing it with people. Start talking to people about being excited about having a solution to not losing your very important memories. Okay? Because that's what this is. This is about memories. Money is a side effect of sharing this with people and getting them to buy. Okay? Money's not the first issue here. The first issue is learning the product and feeling good about it and using it. I want to see you put your stuff up in the back. Get your sync going. Get your pictures in there. Thank you, Eddie. I really appreciate that. Oh, a little bit scratchy throat. We've been going for almost an hour. Any more questions that you guys have? Any more questions? Let's get them out. Let's get them done. You guys need to get your own back office and you need to play. You can't break this. And believe me, if there was anybody that would break this system, it'd be me because I mess around with it big time. I really do. I have fun getting in there and looking at everything and seeing what works and seeing what it does. And when you do that, guess what? You have more confidence to share it with other people. Okay? So don't worry about how much you're going to make right now. How many people are you going to get excited about this so that they will buy it from you? That's where it starts. That's where it starts. It's really not that hard. Pretty simple. Any more questions? Eddie, I agree, but you're one of those superstars. Yeah. Learn your tools. You know, right in the email, I noticed Joel talked about, he had in the email tonight that I noticed he talked about being a product of the product. Has anybody heard that phrase before? Being a product of the product? Yes, Eddie, keep it simple. Absolutely. Why do we have to make this tough? No. But anyway, okay. The product is our Got Backup software. So, what do you think it means to be a product of the product? It means that you get in there and you get your own things set up properly. And I just gave you the user guide and I showed you where it is if you didn't get it. The user guide is on that page where it shows the login, okay? You get on the cloud where the apps go in there and get yourself set up. Do it right away. Don't wait. When you start seeing it work for you, that gives you confidence that you can share with other people, okay? And here's something I want to tell you. You know, I've had lots of different kinds of backup software. I've had Carbonite, I've had some of those other ones. They charge a huge amount of money. I had the last one I had was Backblaze, and they charge per computer. Okay, Joseph Wayne, you're getting so wound up about the money, but you need to get somebody in, or you won't see the money. I hope you understand that. Money comes from a person that you refer buying from you. That's number one. The 200% is on the commission for the first time there. Okay? It's only 1 month and then you start getting paid the 50%. Okay? So that's how that works. And I think we're kind of done, aren't we? We ready to wrap it up? Are you guys feeling confident that you can build this thing? Zach, that's pretty cool. Doesn't it feel good to get a subscriber, get a new person looking right away? That means you're doing the right action. That's definitely true. You need to keep doing the same action that got that first one subscriber, and you build a new list, right? That's what it takes. Zach has the idea. He shared it with somebody, and they subscribed. Zach, you can come back here to the same place and watch the replay. How many people made a first sale? That's really kind of up to them whether they want to share that. But most of us have, that I have. $1,000 for the first month for a brand new newbie is probably not possible, okay? So don't start talking big money when you don't really have that kind of thing, okay? Start from scratch like Zach did and go ahead and keep on building your subscribers and keep on sharing with them that the Scott Backup program is not only something people need to have, and they can have it wherever they are, but it's a place where you can earn some income. And yeah, it doesn't start out large, it starts out small, but just keep building from there. Yeah, there is a new pages, and they're going to keep on adding new pages, I'm sure. You're certainly welcome, Linda. I'm really glad you came. I'm glad all of you came. We've got a good group here tonight. This was fun. And I really hope that you get excited enough not to get worried and all, that you're confused. You're not confused if you get in there and use it. Okay? It's not that hard. The user thing is on there. Let me give it to you again. Uh, no, I got to find it. All right, we'll go back and get it then. That's going to have the username. Let's see. Let's go back. I hope you don't mind my fan going because I'm hot. It has gotten hot in Colorado really early this year. So I'm going to open that again. And I'm going to put it in the chat. You guys grab this. That is how you get started to install and start using the program. You all need to be doing this right now. Before you even worry about who's going to buy, you better be using it because that's what I mean by being a product of the product. I don't really see how you can be a good promoter of anything if you're not using it. So that's the first step. Make sure you use it. Make sure you have your own stuff backing up. And when you have that done, then go out and get your link and start sharing it. And don't blast it all over Facebook because that is not cool. Okay? All right. I think we're done, aren't we? You guys happy with what we did tonight? And you can also bring people with the same link that you got here tonight with. You can use it as a replay. If you're sending out emails tomorrow, you can use it as a replay. Okay? So that will help you build your own referrals into this program. I had fun talking to you. So unless there's any further questions, and I don't see any. Okay, that's, yeah. We're not going to worry about telling people about building capture pages tonight. That's most of the people in this group do not understand that. The power line is just showing all the people that have enrolled and could become members and might be under you. Not all of them will be. because it depends on what your upline does. But it shows what the company is doing, so it gets you excited about the prospects of building an income. Okay, that's what it's right. All right. I think we're done. We're almost to an hour. I didn't believe we were going to do a whole hour, but you guys are really built up here. Yes, James, just come to the same link tomorrow, and this video will be here tomorrow. Yeah, it's a plus, Eddie. Everything's a plus. I think the direction we're going, got back up, built by GVO, completely independent, not has, yeah, thank you, Ed, has their own servers, so everything's secure in house, and that's why we can get it for such a great price. You're certainly welcome. I appreciate you coming. You guys have a great night. Yes, thank you. All right, I'm going to call it a night myself. All right, you guys satisfied? Thank you, Gregory. Appreciate it.